So today I'm here at Mukuru slums, and of course behind me, as you can see, that is their hero. So our Green Warrior tonight is the man himself. He's known as Sammy Mwendwa, and this of course is a tribute by the Mukuru Art Collective. He's been doing some great work when it comes to urban greening right here, when it comes to the river restoration, as well as waste management and tree planting. So in case you're wondering how we got to know him, well, we've heard about him. I'm sure you've heard about him as well, and tonight our Green Warrior is with us, Sammy Mwendwa. This is the man who is really trying to change the game here in Mukuru, especially when it comes to waste management, because we can see a river, which we'll probably show you, and you're able to see the current situation. So when it comes to just empowering the community, when it comes to making sure that the youth have jobs, and also to allow them to be a part of this change that we love to see. The greening of Mukuru is what we're seeing, and we love to see the man behind this job. So Sammy, tell us more about yourself and what exactly you do right here in Mukuru.
Okay, my name again is Sammy Mwendwa. I've been bred here in Mukuru, schooled here, and I've seen the challenges from a local perspective person. So we came up with the idea of greening South B. Before, South B was one of the best suburbs to live around. But with infrastructural development, things have changed. Trees have been cut without being replaced. Poor waste management, and with the challenges that are happening with the climate change, we decided to come up with an organization called Greener Cities that basically deals with waste management, tree growing, and climate change advocacy.
Amazing. Now, Greener Cities, as you told me, has been functioning for the last 5 years. So how exactly did you start, and how many people were you? Was it just you yourself? And now you can tell me how much you've grown and how many people you've actually employed and how many people you work with.
One, as I told you, the challenges that are facing the community.
Yes, that inspired you.
Yeah, they are the ones that inspired us. And where I schooled, we used to grow trees. But currently, there are no trees.
Okay.
So what we decided, I did not start this alone. Actually, I started with my fellow colleagues, youth from our community, who we shared the same vision. Currently, we are more than 120 members.
120?
Yes.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, and we are growing trees in South B. As of now, we've done more than 40,000.
Wow, 40,000 trees.
Yes, in schools, public institutions. Why we focused with public institutions is because the area is protected.
Yes.
And because there's a challenge with nurturing trees. If you look with the past, how people have been growing trees, they've been only planting and leaving the trees. So we came up with a different idea. We plant what we can nurture.
Okay.
Yeah, so the more than 40,000 trees, as we're speaking, right now they're growing. Yeah.
That's amazing.
In schools, public schools currently are in South B.
Yes.
We have planted trees. In institutions like Railway Training Institute, we have also grown trees. In chief camps, we've done that. Also in our estates, the gated communities, we are planting trees. Like today, we've done a tree planting.
That's brilliant. Now, Sammy, I want to talk about some of the challenges that you experience, because the fact is that you are, living in a slum. You were born and brought up here, and this is something that you're very passionate about. But there are some challenges that you experience, which includes funding, right?
Yes.
How are you able to fund the planting of these trees? Because, this is something that you've taken upon yourself. Is there someone that's funding you? Is there someone that's trying to pump in or invest money into Greener Cities, or this is just something that you've been doing out of your own initiative and you're managing to just, I guess, sustain the entire business model?
When we were starting, actually the challenge that we said about maybe the seedlings, they are very common.
How much is a seedling?
A seedling goes for between, it depends with the species.
Yes.
If it's indigenous, it's obviously expensive. If it's a fruit, it's more expensive, because the least you can get a fruit tree, it's 100 shillings.
Okay. Per seedling?
Yeah, per seedling.
Okay.
Indigenous, 50 shillings.
Okay.
Exotic, you'll get them from KFS, for example, get them for like 17 shillings. But now from when you need to, because we source from local, because we want to empower the youth that maybe have the tree nurseries. But before we started this program, we've been working with the Nairobi County.
Okay.
They've been providing us with seedlings. That is when we were starting. But because of the consistency and we wanted our program to be sustainable, we thought of having our own tree nursery. So we did go out, we got people to support us, like Sefa Nairobi Initiative, Muungano na Vijiji, Kenya Association of Manufacturers. They've come on board because they saw what we are doing, and they are willing to support us.
That's brilliant. Yeah. Right. Sammy, apart from the challenges, let's also talk about how you, as an entrepreneur, also as a founder of this, are you managing to stay afloat? Like, how are you managing to put food on the table? Because we do know that, yes, this is something you're passionate about. This is something that you want to do for the environment, that you want to do for the community, that you want to do for the youth out here, and also for the environment. But like, how are you managing to put food on the table?
That's true. It's very challenging. But if you realize this is, we are going green, and this is the green economy.
Yes.
And to us, establishing tree nurseries, that is our business. How is it? We have a small, we charge for the trees that we grow.
Okay.
So for example, we have a partnership with Kenya Association of Manufacturers, with their members.
Amazing.
Like Osho Chemicals have come on board. And we are growing with them seedlings. So they are sourcing the seedlings from us. They also funding when it comes to nurturing.
Okay, nice. Yeah. That's good. That's great that you have, big corporates that are kind of collaborating and partnering with you, because at the end of the day, you do want to also make some money for food, right? Yes. For the youth as well that you're employing. So Sammy, the fact that you also provide seedlings for youth, and also other people are now able to start up the same thing that you're doing, but like you have people under you. So how many people have you inspired in this particular initiative? You said you've employed 120 people, but in the long run, right, in the entire community, how many people live here, and how many people's lives have been affected through greener cities?
I don't know about the number,
yeah,
but what I'm sure of, with what has been going on in the community, so many youths have embraced what we've been doing.
Amazing.
Sometimes I do walk around, I do meet them, and they have their own nurseries, whereby when I came into this partnership, I came and sourced from their nurseries. Yes. If I cannot maybe reach the numbers that I want. Yeah, it's a challenge. But I can say, as of now, we are doing well.
That's really great to hear. Sammy, let's also talk about the current state of Mukuru, right? When you started, what exactly are some of the achievements or milestones that I can say that you have managed along the way? For example, we do know that the current river restoration is a project that you are also part of, that is the Ngong River. You had mentioned that earlier on. Yes. Aside from that, you had also mentioned that there's a few things that you're doing, and there's a few achievements that you've had along the way. So maybe you can take us through some of the great things that you've done that have given you this tribute at the back, because you are inspiring a whole generation. But apart from that, maybe you can also tell our viewers what exactly it is that you have done for Mukuru.
First, I'll start with the school that I schooled in.
Yes.
That is St. Bakita Primary School. I've worked with the 4K Club. And thank God, last year they won the Presidential Award.
Wow.
They were #1 in Nairobi, and countrywide, they were #3. Secondly, we've been in a position to educate the community.
Yes.
On the importance of a clean river. If you understand, last year we had floods.
Yes, of course.
So we've been able to educate them the challenges when you live next to a river. You can lose your life, you can lose your property.
Yes.
Secondly, we've been able to educate the community around the importance of trees. So unlike in the past, they never took trees as an asset. But right now, a tree can provide fruit for you.
Yes.
A tree can give you shade.
Absolutely.
They know a tree can absorb the carbon that is being emitted here. If you realize, the industries are just here.
And next door, yes, you're
and
right.
they're emitting a lot of carbon. So
and you live right in the middle of it.
Yeah, we need many trees here. This is a river. It should be used differently. It can be a source of economy. See, like right now, this is a road now. It is bringing business. So this, other than being houses, it can be shops.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right. Sammy, there's a few things that you've mentioned which I really think goes on to show that education and of course passing on the message is very important. Like you mentioned, the fact that they need to know the importance of planting trees, right? Maybe you can also tell our viewers if they want to plant trees with you, if they want to be a part of your tree planting initiatives, if they want to come into Mukuru and just engage with the community and just kind of also be a part of what you're doing and immerse themselves into your world. How exactly do they do that?
We have our social media handles.
Yes.
You can reach us through Greener Cities on Twitter, on TikTok, on Facebook. You can also reach me directly at Sammy Mwendwa, Kezeku, on our social media. You can also reach out through the administration offices. We work very close with the national government administration, all the way from the Deputy County Commissioner to the ACC, to the Chief, Azina, Chief's Camp. There you can reach us. That's where we are based physically.
All right. You are really inspiring the generation to come when it comes to how exactly you can influence the youth and, of course, also make sure that you do your bit. So we want to also ask our viewers and indulge them to be able to do their bit when it comes to saving the planet, going green, river restoration. There's so much that you can do, planting trees, and, of course, also just supporting someone like Sammy, who is quite a hero here. He is our Green Warrior tonight, and that you can see is him right here. So thank you so much, Sammy, for coming on the show. We really appreciate your time, and keep up the great work. We really hope to see you maybe one day in South Africa or, you know, London, being awarded by the King as well. That's something that we hope to see. So congratulations on the great work, and we wish you all the very best.